Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you subscribed. Back in the day, in the old house, Lisa had a nose job, and I don't know if she'd pre-recorded videos or she said she was going somewhere or whatever, but she wasn't around for a few days, and then she turned up doing her normal sitting at the dining room table Friday haul video, I think it was, and it looked like, you know, when you used to mess about in school and get a bit of sellotape and stick it on the end of your nose and pull it up and stick it on your forehead. That's what her nose looked like. You couldn't not see it. It was just there in plain view. And she said nothing. Didn't even mention it. So of course everyone in the comments were like, what the fuck happened to your nose? What happened to your nose? What did you do to your nose, Lisa? Da, 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 da. And then she got herself in a fucking tizzy over it and was like, I was going to tell you. And it's like, well, why didn't you just tell us in that video? Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa, and yeah, the elephant in the room is I've had a nose job. End of story. But no, she said nothing. So of course everyone was like, no, do you think she maybe? And then she got mad about it, and then she made this video, and then she dirty deleted like they all do, and then they say, oh no, that never happened. Yeah, it did. I wish I'd caught the one before this though. It was hysterical. How she thought. See, that's the arrogance of them. She thought she could come back with no head, and people are not allowed to say, what the fuck happened to your head? You're just supposed to sit and listen and be quiet, and don't ask them questions, and don't suggest things to them, and don't fucking criticise them or say anything. Just kiss their ass and let them carry on doing what they're doing. Anywho, welcome to Lisa's Nose Rant.
Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. And I know you've been probably waiting for this video. For those of you, this is what kills me. I'm going to try to make this video it's going to be a long one. And I've tried to make some notes so I won't go too rambly. And, but I hope that if you are just watching my videos for the first time and you come on this video, that you will not judge this channel or me by this video. I hate making videos like this, but sometimes you just got to do some things that you don't want to do. And
oh, she's a big girl now. She's doing things that she doesn't want to do. Bless her. God, it's so hard being a YouTuber, isn't it?
So I guess I'll start with Friday, my video. I made it, and I just can't believe the response that I got from it. I knew that there would be curiosity, and I knew that you were going to notice, and in my heart, I knew that you would know that I am going to tell you about it. I tell you about everything, and I've got one, don't you hate it when you've got one eyelash that keeps getting
bit like Lardy. Oh, I've got a hair in my eye when things get difficult. You knew I was going to tell you, and you knew, and you knew that. Why didn't you just mention it in the fucking Friday video then? Then people wouldn't be asking each other, have my eyes gone funny? Does her nose look weird? You're the one that made it into something it didn't need to be.
kind of connected to the bottom, and I don't even have mascara on the bottom of my lashes. Oh, by the way, I got my hair done too. I mean, I know it's obvious, but can we not talk, maybe I'll mention it at the end of this video. So, first of all, you guys know me. You know me. I've been here 9 years, and I am, 47 years old. That's a long time. You've known me a long time. And you know, I try to think that most people that I'm talking to are my friends. Like, I know that I don't know you and you don't really know me, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have a bond with my subscribers. And that's why, you know, I don't worry about the fact that I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I don't do a bunch of crazy giveaways. I don't get a PR agent. I don't do all kinds of promotions and crazy stuff to get a bunch of subscribers, because I like to think that each and every one of my subscribers that are here for the right reason.
You do now, though, don't you? Do stupid sponsored videos with Walmart and not declare them and shit and stuff to get people, and affiliate links and like to know it and Monate and whatever else you do.
And I'd rather have quality. And I don't know. I like things that are, I want us to be real with each other.
So why, if you want to be real and you think everyone's your friend and we've built up a community of people, why didn't you say, I'm going to have the week off, folks, I'm having my nose done, I'll see you on the other side? Why not do that? No, you did it in secret, lied about what you were doing, didn't mention it when you came back, and thought nobody'd say anything. You're only making this video because you had to address it, because your fucking subscribers aren't stupid. They could see what you'd done, but you were hoping you could ride the wave and not talk about it, because you're a liar.
And so I am always real with you. And a lot of times that really bites me. And it's just, you know, it's just who I am, though. I don't lie. I just don't. Yeah. I don't lie to anyone.
You just omit then. Is that what it is? You omit things, but you don't actually lie. Whatever.
I don't. I don't know. I learned from an early age. I can remember my mom. It's like I can remember where I was sitting, what steps I was sitting on when she gave me the whole lying talk. And the house we were in was before I was 6 years old. So I can remember her saying that lying was not good, that it once, you know, people thought of you as a liar, they would never believe you again, and just, you know, that whole talk. And I remember it, and I took it to heart, and I just don't lie. So you can take that for what it's worth. I mean, you know. So, okay, let's back up. This is going to be such a long video.
It wouldn't be if you didn't stop rambling and backing up. Just say, I'm sorry, I was a twat, I should have said, I was trying to hide it. How stupid was I? End of story. No one would say anything.
You guys know that I had, February was 2 years ago, I had my eyelids done. I had blepharoplasty on the upper eyelids. If I can find a before picture, I will put it in here. But, I mean, I was borderline. I mean, people have told me I probably could have gotten insurance to pay for it. I mean, this eye came so far down, or was it this eye? I think it was this one, that it rolled my eyelashes down. And so I had that, and then I had a breast implant. I had a reduction lift, and my implants exchanged, and a mastopexy. And so when I got back from having that done, I didn't say anything before I had it done, because you will notice that once I decide on something, I don't really let other people persuade me. And I really didn't ask for a lot of input because I didn't need it. The only people I really usually ask input from are Daddy, John, and my parents. And that is because those are the people who their opinion matters. Their opinion matters to me because I know that they love me deep in their heart. They're not telling me anything but what is true and what is good for me. And, you know, they're the ones that really, really matter to me. So that is the only people that I ever really ask, you know, what they think and their permission, or not even permission, but you know what I mean. And I do still have allergies, so if I'm sniffly, that is why. So I had that done, and when I came back, the first video back, I told you you know, exactly what I'd had done. And I got just crazy negativity. It was like nobody really appreciated the fact that I explained to you everything I had done. And it really, I guess.
Why should we have to appreciate the fact? What is it with these fucking YouTubers? We're supposed to be bowing and scraping to them because they fucking turn a camera on and talk to it. I don't have to thank the television for entertaining me at the end of the night. Why should I have to tell you?
You know, stuck with me. So also in that video, I think I mentioned to you that I had thought about getting my nose done, and that I really was scared to do that because I didn't want it to change how I looked. And, you know, so I decided, you know, at that point I didn't want to have it done. Okay, then a little bit more history is I never, ever, 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 ever had one person in my life say anything about my nose until YouTube. I never had anyone at school pick on me. I never had a boyfriend say anything. I never had anyone say anything about my nose until YouTube. And then I started getting comments about my nose being big and ugly and everything. And it kind of, you know, it's like, oh, whatever. I didn't think much of it. And then, you know, it kept on and kept on throughout. Oh, my nose was itching, sorry. Through YouTube, and it still didn't bother me that bad. I mean, that is certainly not the only thing I get picked on. And so, goodness gracious, I have shut the door to go into downstairs because it's spring break and John's off, everybody's off. So I shut the door and the cats are just going nuts. But gosh, there's so much to say. So that is not why. If that was why I got my nose done, which I guess, hey, everybody knows I had rhinoplasty. I mean, it's like not very rare. That's
See, look at the attitude. Yeah, guys, see, I had my hair done too. That's not the thing. It's not the thing that you had your nose done. It was the fact that you thought no one had noticed. And you sat there and did a whole video and didn't mention it. And because people said, what the fuck happened to her nose? Then you had to address it, and now you're knocked.
Somebody has rhinoplasty. It's not a real obscure thing to have done. And now I can hear everything downstairs. Hold on. Okay, so John shut the door so it would stay. Okay, so yes, I had rhinoplasty. It was minor rhinoplasty, and the reason what makes it minor is they did not break any bones, and it was just he shaved the hump from the top of my nose and made my nose fit my face. I did not take in any pictures. I did not even show him a picture of me. We did not discuss like a form of nose that I wanted to have. All I did was I found a doctor, went through many people and recommendations, and he's in the same group as my other doctor, but this one kind of specializes in rhinoplasty, a nose job. And so anyway, I'm out of breath from going up and down the stairs chasing the cats. Anyway, let me cut the TV off so I won't look at it. And so what I did is I went right in there. He's been doing it for I don't know how many years. He doesn't even do the major ones where you open up the nose and like break the bones and stuff anymore. He said he was just too old to do that. He'd been doing it too long. And he looked right at me and said I was a beautiful, wonderful candidate for rhinoplasty because I didn't need a lot of work done. And he said my face is, you know, very symmetrical, and that, you know, just doing that would make such a big difference. He said it was too long for my face, and it was the wrong, there's like a formula that the typical female knows. It has a certain amount of slope, and it has a certain amount of, you know.
Bollocks. Everybody's nose is different. But you were going for perfection, were you? You wanted the right slope and tip and whatever. And it's ended up looking exactly the same as it ever was now anyway. Can't see any difference.
Slant right there, certain degrees. And mine was too long and it pointed down. And if I can, I'll put a profile picture right in here somewhere. And what really had bothered me the most, and this is probably what made me change my mind over these years, as it seemed like as I got older, and I told him this, I said, you know, I've never really cared about, I liked my nose. I said, but it just seems like in the last couple of years, it was just getting bigger and getting, it was like the cartilage was, you know, separating more and everything. He said, yes, that happens. He said, your nose doesn't grow as you get older, but that cartilage kind of relaxes and your nose can droop more and it just kind of, you know, changes. And I didn't like the way mine was changing. So he just told me, yes, what I would do is I would shorten it a little bit and I would change the slope. And I love it now because when I smile, it's like my lip can even go up more and like more of my teeth show, and I just love it. And I can say, and I'm not saying this in a snotty way, but no matter how much negativity I got from that video, and no matter what anyone said to me, I have not shed a tear. I am so excited. I love it. And
you may have got a little bit of negativity in the video before, but that was because it looked really weird. It looked like a little pig nose. It obviously hadn't settled yet to the way it is now. And maybe you should have waited to do your comeback video till today, whenever today was, because no one would have fucking noticed then. It wasn't negativity. It was people that were like, what the actual fuck? It looked like I said, you'd put sellotape on the end of your nose and pulled it up and stuck it on your forehead. All we could see was up your fucking, what are they called, nostrils. Help, words. And people were bound to comment. But in your world, they're not supposed to. We're supposed to know that you're going to tell us. When? You should have told everybody that day. There wouldn't have been any fucking kickback then, would there?
It's one of the best things that I've ever done. My parents love it. John loves it. And so don't worry. Those of you that do care about me, don't worry that I'm upset about that. What has upset me the most is, I don't know, I just get so disappointed in people. It just, I mean, you would think that by now I wouldn't be surprised, but it just does. I mean, I don't know what it is. It just, I don't know. Before YouTube, I never knew people like this existed. And,
so you've had a very blessed life. Most of us have dealt with bullies and shit in our life. We don't go floating around on our own little cloud where we put away bad thoughts and nothing bad ever happens. Thank yourself lucky.
I guess it's good in a way because it helps me with Brooke, who is now 18, and she's such a good girl, and it helps me with her, which she's much tougher. She's a different person than I am, and I love that about her. But it just disappointed me. And a lot of you are like my subscribers that I feel like I know. And for you to talk to me that way, I mean, I am a grown woman. I am a grown woman. I'm not a child. I'm not, you know, I just don't feel like no one in my life would I allow to talk to me the way that some of you have talked to me. And I guess that's why I don't have a lot of like frivolous friends like on the Housewives or something. I do not keep people in my life that make me feel bad. If I am around someone and I get the littlest sense that they are not honest and true and don't care about me, I will be alone. I like being alone anyway. But
exactly the same as Lisa. And other people. Who was it? Marie Diana. I don't have frivolous friends. No, you can't keep friends. That's your problem. You just want kiss asses, all of you. Oh, you look so pretty. Oh, your makeup's beautiful. Oh, did you lose more weight? Oh, Life isn't like that. So you go live in your bubble, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but don't come on fucking YouTube with a new nose and not say anything and then get all bent out of shape because people said what the fuck happened to her nose. How dare you talk to me that way? Really? All they wanted to know was what you'd done to your nose. They're not allowed to ask when it's plainly obvious as the nose on your face.
I don't have frivolous friends like that, and I don't want them. And so anyway, back to the rhinoplasty. So I had a consultation, and I was excited. I talked to my parents about it. John had already told me, go for it. He said, if it bothers you, and it bothered me not on a day-to-day basis, because I think when you're talking to someone, you know, that's not really what they're concentrating on. It mostly bothered me when I was doing pictures and stuff, because I just felt like I don't know, I felt like I couldn't smile as much because I didn't like the way it looked. And I just, you know, I wanted to do it. I don't really feel like I had to explain why I wanted to do it.
None of us wanted you to explain why you did it. That's the point you're missing. Had you come back and said, yeah, I know you can see I've had something done to my nose, I'm going to do a dedicated video to it in the next few days. This one's just the Friday haul. That would have been fine. But you didn't. You sat there with your nose looking up to the moon and carried on like there was nothing wrong. They talk about the elephant in the room. That's all anyone could do, was just stare at your nose. Even people that didn't know you that well. My husband walked past me watching your video and he went, whoa, what the fuck's she done to her nose? Everybody was saying the same thing. And all you had to say was, yeah, I've had my nose done. It hasn't settled yet. I'm going to do a dedicated video to it. End of story. How dare people say that? Well, ask you what you did to your nose. Is that really too much for you? Poor little Lisa got her feelings hurt.
And I quit reading comments right about Saturday morning. When I knew which way it was going, I quit reading them. And then the ones I did read were just the ones that every once in a while I'd read the top ones that popped up in my email. And I read someone this morning say, I'll read this. I had a few I wanted to read out and just respond to. This comment I pulled up this morning. Brenda Danick, which of course I would say 8 out of 10 people, when you click on their name, they don't have a picture, and they've 9 times out of 10 they've created that page to just insult me, which tells you, I'll go into that.
How do you know that? There are lots of people on YouTube that don't have their picture as their avatar because all they want to do is come on and watch things on YouTube and save stuff so they can go back to it and subscribe to people so they can watch their videos. I've got loads of friends who do that. They don't make videos. They don't see the point of having their face up there. Doesn't mean they're a troll. You're making assumptions about people. So you only listen to the people that have got their picture in their thing. That's a bit elitist, isn't it?
Which tells you something about them.
And
okay,
you.
It says, if you read most of the comments, they are just asking questions. I was always told there are no dumb questions. Lisa is responding to the positive comments, but she hasn't as yet said anything about, what in the world? But she hasn't as yet said anything about what she has done. It has just been such a huge shock for...
Yes, it was. Go back and look at the picture. Everybody was like, whoa, what the fuck? It was a shock. And you tried to play it off like nothing had happened. And like this lady is saying, all people were doing was asking you a fucking question. But they're not allowed to do that. Oh, how very dare people ask you a question. See if I can go back 2 seconds. Oh, I don't know how you do that on this. Oh, well.
For all the people that love her. You don't love me. You would not write this if you love me, including me. if she came on here with her head shaved, everyone would be asking questions then. Yes, everyone. I love Lisa, but she needs to tell us about this instead of staying silent. Okay, Brenda, I don't care if you unsubscribe. This is the person I don't need in my life.
Right, see? She's exactly the same as Lardy, but she hides it. She does all this in the darkness. She goes through her fucking comments and she blocks and deletes, same as Lardy does, only Lardy announces it. Lisa doesn't. She's there with the knife in the dark, getting everybody. Oh, how dare she? Do you see, people? Do you get this? The woman, she was standing up for you, and now you're having a go at her.
I don't respond typically to negative comments. I used to, and I used to really let it bother me, but I think you've noticed that I don't let things like that bother me anymore, and I don't let things stop me. I don't care what you guys say about my lips. I will get them filled if I want to. I don't care what you say about Monate. I will sell it if I want to. I don't care what you say about, what else? Invisalign, which I forgot to put mine in after I brushed my teeth. I will continue doing it. I don't care what you say about my hair. I don't care if you want it short. I will leave it long. I don't care if you don't want me to wear extensions. If I want to, I will. I mean, I think by now, most people have figured that out. I mean, my parents always say that about me. I am going to do what I want to do. And so I quit, really responding to comments like that. So I don't respond to questions like that. And if I want to respond to a nice comment, I think that's fine. I'm going to do what I want to do. I watch YouTube sometimes and I see videos that are so mean. People cussing, just dumb videos, people doing the dumb, people watch people eat, people watch people do just the craziest things. And I'm going to do my videos on whatever I want to. And you have the choice to watch. It's free to watch. It's not like a BoxyCharm box or Ipsy subscription where you can complain about what you get because you're not paying for it. And so this is my outlet. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. And I come here for fun, not for, to be criticized. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm held up to this like supermodel, or I'm just held up to this perfect standard.
No one's holding you up to a supermodel standard, Lisa. Nobody.
Your hair is not the healthiest. Your skin this, or, all the insults I get. My hands look old. My house isn't big. My bathroom isn't as grand as Tiffany D's. I'm held up to all these standards, but yet I'm not allowed to do I'm not allowed to spend too much money. I'm not allowed to get anything done. I'm not allowed, my hair's supposed to look like a movie star, but I'm not allowed to wear extensions. It's so unrealistic. So what I have just decided years ago is, one, I don't read any of those. As soon as I see a comment is negative, I delete it. I don't even read the whole comment. I never read any of those pathetic flying monkey gossip sites. I have not done that in so many years. I mean years and years and years, probably since they first started. I just don't participate in any of that stuff.
You can stick your fingers in your ears and sing la 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 as much as you want and not listen to anything nasty and delete everything nasty off your thing. But it isn't nasty. 9 times out of 10, if someone came up to me and said, "You've got piggy eyes." Yeah, someone said that before. "Oh, you've got buggy eyes." Yeah, because I wear glasses. "Oh, you look like..." What was the last one? Hang on. "You look like your Down syndrome." Oh, okay. I've got a lot of friends that are Down syndrome and they're amazing, but never mind. "I think you're fat." Fine. "I think you're ugly." Whatever. "Your teeth are shit." Yeah, they are. Why do you and your friends get so bent out of shape over people having an opinion? just scroll on by. You don't have to make a big deal out of deleting them. Just ignore it. You're a big girl now. You're a grown woman, Lisa. Can you not ignore a few silly comments?
And so where was I going? Talking about negative. And then a wise person told me years ago that if you walk in a room of 100 people and you know 20 of them hate you and they're just there to make fun of you, they're just haters. You don't spend your time talking to those 20 people. You spend your time talking to the 80 people that are there, that love you. And you don't...
I'm sick of this haters and love bollocks. People with a mind of their own that ask you a question that don't kiss your ass are not haters. And those that are kissing your ass just to be in your good books don't love you. When are these YouTubers going to understand that? Oh, you guys really love me. No, they don't.
Don't waste your time on those people, and you don't take time away from the 80 people that love you. And that's kind of how I've tried to approach this. I don't want to do videos like this. It's not that I don't have a backbone. It's not that I don't have a backbone. It's not that I can't take up for myself. It's not that I allow this in my life. It's just that when I am talking, I want to be talking to those of you that I meet at my meet and greets, and those of you that I have just formed this relationship with. And so that is who I'm talking to in all of my videos. Now this one, unfortunately, I'm having to talk to some of the negative people. And really it breaks my heart that I'm having to talk to some of you that I thought supported me. And
again, I will say, they still fucking support you. They just wanted to know what you'd done to your nose.
You know, that really bothers me. Okay, so did I cover everything with the rhinoplasty? So anyway, I had it done. I had a consultation, and then you go have a pre-op appointment. And so I had it done on, what is this month? March 14th. And so last Friday when you saw me, it had just been a week and a half. I had just had my tapes. I didn't have a splint. I didn't have a bunch of bruising, no bleeding. There's no incisions on the outside. Everything was done on the inside of my nose. So it's my exact same nose. You know, but anyway, so I had just had it done a week and a half. So for those of you that want to measure my nostrils and do all this other kind of crazy stuff that I never even think of.
Who was talking about measuring your nostrils? I don't remember anyone talking about that. And if they were, it was probably on the gossip boards that you never go to. So how would you know?
It astounds me, some of the things people say. One of her nostrils is bigger than the other. I just would never even think of that. I mean, I'm sure one of my eyes is bigger than the other. I know one of my feet is bigger than the other, and probably one of my boobs is bigger than the other. I don't know. If you want to measure my nostrils or, you know, zoom in and everything else, then just go ahead. So therefore, it was very fresh on Friday. And the thing is, please research this. I will not have the finished product of my nose for at least 6 months to a year. The nose stays swollen a very long time. So if you're thinking about it, just know that. It is still sore. It's not like this doesn't hurt, but I'm telling you, this and in here hurts like, I think if someone were to hit me in my nose, I would probably pass out. I mean, it hurts. And one thing too, when I was doing my bronzer right at the end of my video, I am so used to going over the end of my nose with my bronzer. I did that today. And so if it looks brown, that's why. But I just told myself I was not stressing over my makeup today. I was not stressing over how I looked because I don't know. This is just talk. And
Shall we take a shot every time Lisa says I don't know? Who's up for that in the next video?
So my nose will not look like it's going to look for at least 6 months. It's very swollen, and sometimes I can feel it swelling throughout the day. Yesterday, Brooke and I went shopping at the outlet mall in Myrtle Beach, and I didn't take any Tylenol with me, and I could just feel it. Like, I felt like it was getting more and more swollen throughout the day. So it's very swollen. This part down here stays swollen the longest. And if you have like your bones broken and a bunch of stuff done, it's going to stay swollen even longer. So I think what I'm going to do is a separate video on my experience and show my pictures and stuff like that. Let me know down below if you're even interested.
That was all you had to do in the first place. On your Friday haul. Hi guys, it's me, Lisa. Happy Friday. Yes, my nose looks weird. Yes, I've had a nose job. Yes, I'm going to do a video. This is what I bought.
In that, I took pictures every single day, and I can kind of go through it, and I would much rather that be my rhinoplasty video that people click on than this one. So anyway, there's pretty much all about that. So today is 2 weeks. Today is 2 weeks I've had it done, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm very, very happy. I'm happy with the doctor that I went to. I'm happy with the job that he did. And so now we'll get into more of things I have written down here. Okay. Tammy, when I was talking to her about it, and I was just telling her how disappointed I was in some of the people that we actually know, you know, on some of the things that they were saying to me. And, you know, comments like, I don't know, and she said to me, she said, Lisa, I think that they just don't get you. They think that you're unhappy, that you're doing things because you're unhappy. And she said, they don't know you. And I guess, you know, I always feel like you do, but I guess you really don't. And I just wanted to say I'm not an unhappy person. I'm a very, very happy person. I'm very fulfilled. I have 2 parents that love me, that I see almost every day, that in my childhood home. My brother lives here with his beautiful, happy family, and I see my niece a couple times a week. We are financially well off, and you know, when I did my home tour, I got little snarky comments about my home, and I just, you know, I think that you guys have watched probably many YouTubers here that, you know, get a bigger and a bigger and a bigger house. I could do that. That's not me. That's not my personality. I love my home.
So what happened then? You got into that mentality like all the other YouTubers, didn't you? And you wanted bigger and better. Oh, that isn't me. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not the person that wants this great big house. I love that I won't get into my finances, but we owe very little on anything. I am not stressed about money at all. And I love my home. And, you know, I'm just very happy in so many ways. And when I wake up in the morning, I am just, the thing that I am most happy about is my children, that they're happy, and my parents, they're happy, they're safe, they're healthy. That is my true happiness. And I think you guys have seen me with no makeup on so many times. I will leave the house and go anywhere without makeup on. I am not someone who is insecure. And I've been on here so long and gone through so much. If I was so insecure, I don't think I would still be here. I am very secure, and what makes me secure is knowing it doesn't matter. Knowing what these comments say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my life. I am very in tune with who matters to me. And but if you do know me, you know that I am vain in the way that I love. It is like a hobby to me. It's my passion to look good and to try to look good. And you know, I can remember my first makeup, my first eyeliner. I remember my grandma taking me, and I got my first Lancome eyeliner, and it was blue. I can remember my first curling iron was from my aunt Beverly. It was for a birthday. You know, I can remember just the smells, the way things felt. I remember those little eyeshadow applicators that you could put your finger into. I think they were L'Oreal. I can remember every time my mom went to the grocery store, there was a Revco, which was a drugstore. I think it's CVS now. And all I would do is just study that makeup aisle the whole time she was in the grocery store. And then she would do the little buggy in front of the door, and I would come out, you know, back when moms could let their kids go more than they do now, than you can now. And I have loved it. I have loved hair, makeup, clothes. I can remember every bit of clothes. I can remember nightgowns that my grandmother made me when I was like 3 and 4 and 5. I mean, I can remember the way things feel. That is just what I love. That, my family, and I love animals. I can remember all my pets and stuff like that too.
Sorry? What? What was that? I drifted off. I wasn't really listening. You love your animals, do you? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So, what about the cat that got hit by a car and you didn't want to take it to an emergency vet and you locked it in the garage overnight and then did a video making fun of how his jaw was hanging open and then he died? What about the bit of a cat that Brooke found out the front of the house that had been mauled by a coyote? You laughed about that too, and then you still let your cats go out, even though you knew one had just been eaten. You laughed about Bridget circling the drain, complained about her when you moved because she was pacing around and she was going to ruin your video. Yeah, you love your pets. Okay, whatever.
So when I have something done, or when I do skincare, or when I do like a facial or a laser, or when I had my eyelids done, best thing I have ever done. Best thing. Now, if you want to deal with your saggy eyelids and spend hundreds of dollars trying to do lasers and you know, do Botox to lift it, that's up to you. But I would rather, if there's something I can do about it, I'm gonna have it done. And you know, I can afford it. I don't have credit cards, you know, that I'm paying for things with. I pay for everything I have done, and it's my face, it's mine. Don't let it upset you. Don't let it affect your life. It's me. If you don't like it, then good. You've seen me do it. You don't like it, so know that you don't want to do it. So as far as doing things because I'm unhappy, it's the exact opposite. I'm happy, I'm confident, and that's why I can do things, because I'm pretty much in tune with what I like and what I want to do. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna save this one till the end. I didn't even, oh yeah, I think one person did say this. I wanted to read. Last night I had not even clicked on Instagram in days because I didn't want it to even ruin my vibe, my happiness. And so I clicked on Instagram. Let's see what, okay, I've got one comment here now. Let's see what it is. I can say I've had the most beautiful, wonderful, supportive comments, and I have loved it. Oh, look, it's MZ Miss Chris Doll commented, "You are one of the classiest ladies on YouTube. I've been a subscriber for years. I love you and your videos. You look amazing like always." Thank you very much. And
see, that's all you want, is people telling you how wonderful you are and how beautiful you are. You can't cope with the truth. You can't cope with somebody saying, "What did you do to your nose? That sent you into a complete fucking tailspin." I'm a grown woman. I can do what I want. Nobody said you couldn't do it. Not one person said. They wanted to know what you'd done because you didn't speak about it. Which bit of that don't you understand?
And I'm sure she is saying that to me because she knows what else has been written about me. Okay, but here is the ones that I had last night. So, I'm not the one commented, "I thought you said you loved your nose and that it is what made you you. Maybe I was mistaken." And then the next one is, your nose was so unique. And she's got 2 crybaby faces. And that was Patricia Diaz Marquez. Why would you say that? You know, it's like, you already know. Do you like to kick somebody when they're down? I mean, first of all, I don't know you. I don't know you. You might feel like you know me, but I don't know you. And if you already see all of these comments on here that are dogging me out.
Dogging you out? You did say you would never get your nose done because it was what made you you. And it was your daddy's nose, I think, or was that somebody else? So somebody's just saying, oh, I thought you said you wouldn't have it done. Waiting for you to say, yeah, well, I couldn't smile like I wanted to anymore and it was annoying me, so I got it done. She wasn't so... Why are they so fucking sensitive? Just answer the question.
You already know. If you do feel like you know me, you know I'm not mean. You know I'm not a mean person. I'm not somebody that you have to be mean to get your point across. Or, you know, I just...
Where were they being mean? God, she must have been a nightmare as a fucking child.
I don't get it. This is something I would never do to anyone. I would be so upset.
Oh, we're back to the I would nevers. See? Do you see, people? Lisa is exactly the same as Lardy. She just hides it better.
To even think that someone ever thought that I would be mean to them. And, you know, as far as anybody crying over my nose, it's just, I don't get it. Let's see. Okay, let me go. Okay, I've already touched on another one, that I did not take any picture of somebody else's nose to the doctor. I did not ask for a upturned nose. I did not ask for my nose to do this or do that. I asked for him to make my nose fit my face. Oh, I didn't even really have to ask him to do anything. He just kind of looked at my nose and said, yes, it's a little long for your face, and a perfect female nose should be at a so-and-so slope with a slight slope. I mean, he is the expert. And he has said time and time again, he was so excited to do it, that it was going to turn out perfect, and I was going to be so happy, and I am. And this is not even the finished product. Okay, and then I've got written down here, I didn't respond to any negative, only positive, and I explained that. Okay, this is my main thing that I want to get across to you, and I have thought so many times for years about doing this video, but I never wanted to be negative, and I don't know, I never could decide that I really wanted to do it. But I would like for you guys to think about what your comment says about you. Because when you leave a comment, it doesn't say anything about me. It says something about you. And like that comment, I thought you weren't going to mess with your nose. I thought you said you loved your nose and that's what made you. Maybe I was mistaken. I mean, what does that say about you? To me, it says you're a smartass. It says you don't care about kicking me when I'm down.
Down? I thought you loved your nose. Why are you down? Nobody's kicking you when you're down. You said you were flying high. You didn't want anyone to bring you down. You didn't want anyone to ruin the vibe. So I thought you were really, really happy. So how are they kicking you when you're down? And how is a question kicking anyone when they're down? Pathetic. The lot of you. Thin-skinned fucking little princesses.
It says that you're not nice. It says that you just are trying to make me feel bad. And then the person that says your nose was so unique. That says, okay, you know I've already had it done. That says that you're a person that doesn't mind making me feel bad. That you're not a nice person. You're not trying to make me feel better. You're not the person that doesn't have anything nice to say, so you're just not saying anything at all. It says that you are going out of your way to make someone else feel bad. That's what it says. Now, even people, like, I know that you feel like you know me and you feel like you can say things that to me, like maybe that you would say to your friend. I personally, in my life, do not have friends that talk to me that way. And I even see like on TV.
You don't have friends that can ask you questions. Really? Wow. I bet if you were in a cubicle trying a dress on and someone said, "Oh no, I wouldn't if I were you, your ass looks big in that," that's it, you'd never talk to them again, rather than going and picking a bigger size. Such a fucking child. Why are they all so fucking thin-skinned and babyish? Tell me nice things, kiss my ass, be nice to me. I don't have any friends like that. No. Who'd put up with you? Walking around on fucking eggshells all the time, frightened to have an opinion about anything, or ask anything, or look at you sideways. Can you imagine having a friend like that you had to spend all the time kissing their ass? Fuck's sake.
You'll see kids the way they talk to their parents, or even grown-ups, or I'll hear people that are mad at their mom or got in a fight at a holiday. That's just not the way I was raised. I would, even if somebody I loved did something that hurt my feelings, I would not even want to tell that person, because I love them enough that I would not want to make them feel bad about making me feel bad. I mean, that's how my family is. We love each other.
So you love each other and you walk around on fucking eggshells and nobody says anything to anybody about anything. And if somebody says something you don't like, rather than you saying, "Oh, don't say that, I don't really like it," you bottle it up and bottle it up and bottle it up and then blow at some point. You don't love me because you said my skirt was too short in 1963.
We respect each other. We don't yell at each other. We don't get mad at each other. We treat each other like the most important people in the world. You don't treat the people that you love like crap and kick them when they're down, and then go out in the world and treat everybody else in this fake nice way. That's just not the way I live. And so I know you feel like that you know me, and that you feel like maybe you can say things to me, but I don't know you, and I don't talk to people that way. And if I go up to someone and they got their hair cut and maybe I don't like it, I would never say to them, "You got your hair cut. Why? I loved your long hair." You know, things that people have said to me. I mean, I would just never say that. I would never be that person to make another person feel bad. When I talk to someone, I on purpose, in my mind, if my mind thinks, "Gosh, they have pretty eyes," I tell them. If I think, "Gosh, they look pretty today," I tell them. My mind is always going towards something I can say nice about. When I walk away from a person, I want them to feel better about themselves than they did before they ever met me. If I think, and I don't come up with BS things, I just, I try to emphasize the good things, and I just don't focus on the bad things. If they're a person that I think they're full of, BS, or if I think they're not a nice person, I just cut down on having, correspondence with them. Even girls at makeup counters that I have, that they've said little snarky things to me, backhanded compliments and stuff. If I turn the corner and they're there, I just leave. I don't go. It's like I don't say anything bad, but I just don't have anything to do with people that make me feel bad. And I've done that. I've had to break up with many friends that would just make me feel bad, when I spent time with them. And they were sometimes they were people I really like, but they just made me feel bad about my...
It's called growing as a person. You have banter with your friends, and you joke about, and they know there's a line not to cross. That's what normal people do. People want people around them that are honest. They don't want people around them that are too scared to tell the truth in case you go into a fucking hissy fit over it.
Myself, or you know, when I was around them. So I would have to just stop, you know, being friends with them. And that took a long time, you know, for me. It took a bad marriage, and it took a lot of bad relationships. You know, and that's why when people say I should be one of the housewives or something, which is funny, I could never do it. I would be the one that was on there for one season and just got just beat up and kicked to the curb, you know, because I don't hang out with people. If I think that I'm going to a lunch and somebody's going to go off on me, that's just not happening. I'm not going. And I'm not going to go and, you know, in the middle of a good lunch and say, I think we need to clear the air, and bring up something negative. That's just not my style. So it's not the way I am on YouTube. And so I don't know. I hope that I've, you know, kind of covered everything. I just think that before you comment, I mean, even things like, a couple weeks ago, you know, when I did the haul and I was talking about exfoliators, I had somebody like fuss at me. You're doing too much to your skin. You're using too many products. You know, first of all, I'm a grown woman. I don't need to be fussed at. Second of all, this is like my job or my hobby, and so I'm not going to just try one product. I was trying many products so I could tell you which ones I like the most. And it's like, just because I mention something, just because I tell you, and I still have it. I have that dry patch here. My nose is like peeling like crazy because I can't hardly scrub it, which I will go into. Remind me on my rhinoplasty video to tell you when you take the tapes off what happens and everything. But anyway, so, and you know what? So many times before I did my video on Friday, because I asked a few people whether I should mention it on Friday, and do you know that every single person I asked said no? They said that from the way that I was treated last time and the way that I am treated every time I try to be honest, that people didn't deserve to know. And that is what everyone told me. And my point was, I would like to help those of you who are thinking about getting your nose fixed. It's not a rare thing. Look up celebrity rhinoplasty.
We know it's not a rare thing. Nobody said it was a rare thing. Stop being such a twat.
All the people that you probably love have had their nose fixed. The other night I was watching Watch What Happens Live, and it was Erica Jane, and they showed an old picture of her, and Andy said, that doesn't even look like you. And she turned to, I think it was RuPaul beside her, and she said, yeah, I had a nose job when I was 41. I mean, people love her. And I mean, there's people on here on YouTube that people always tell me, Lisa, you need to go watch so-and-so. She's so classy. And the person that I'm speaking of is so classy, and she's so pretty. She's had her lips done. She's had her nose done. She has Botox. She has filler. She has her boobs done.
No one cares. That's the point you're missing. Nobody gave a shit about you having a nose job. It was the fact that you were trying to hide the fact that you had a nose job. Ugh.
I mean, and yet she's so classy. And I feel like I'm just going off here. I'm not trying to be classy. I'm not. I don't know. I've never had my videos geared towards being classy. I've never had my videos geared towards being natural. I don't think anybody looks at me and watches my videos for a classy, natural girl. Now, I do think that I'm classy in the way that I act, and those of you that insult me, that is not classy. It is not classy to make someone feel bad. That is not who I am. I would rather look like a bimbo and treat people with kindness. That is what is most important to me. And so for someone to come on here and insult me, she has, yeah, I get like, I'll post a picture, which it's not like I'm the first person to create the selfie, but I'll have people say, oh, you're so vain. All you do is, do you think you look good? Look at, you know, or I'll have like a grown woman, which kills me. I would love to know how many of these women that insult me are I'm with her, or what's that new movement? I don't know. The new feminist movement, or walking around with coochie hats on their heads, but yet they're the first ones to insult someone like me. You know, don't say that you are for women and then insult another grown woman. Who would do that? If I thought for 1 minute, it could make me cry to think about in making one woman in this world feel bad about themselves. I would never do it. I would never do it. I don't care who they were. The meanest person, I would never say something about their nose, or I would never take the time on Instagram to stop and say, what was my latest mean comment this morning? And just to let you know, it's not just comments. I have people say, oh, Lisa, ignore the haters, just delete them. It's not that. They call me. They call every hair salon I've ever been to. They've called.
What is it with this lot? Really? They call your hair salon? Really? Do they? And how would they know where your hair salon was if you didn't brag about going? How would anyone know where you lived if you didn't give your address out to all and sundry so that you got boxes of sweet gifts? You would never do whatever to other people because you haven't got the time. Because all you care about is yourself. Looking at yourself in the 75,000 fucking mirrors you've got in your new house. Taking umpteen pictures of yourself in the bathroom, in the bedroom, in the fucking dining room, in the car. You haven't got time to be insulting anybody, have you?
Ulta. They harass the hell out of my children. They just...
I beg your pardon? They harass the hell out of your children? When has anyone ever harassed your children? I'll tell you a story, because you're probably watching. Back in the day, when your daughter was in her car in the driveway, pulling her bikini bottoms to one side so we could see her coochie, as you call it, in full view of the neighbours, I emailed you and I told you, and I said, maybe you want to keep an eye on her and keep her safe, because people know where you live because you've given everyone and their grandmother your address so they could send you free shit. And she could be swooped up and taken while you're in Ulta, too busy looking for fucking lip combos to care about her. And did you write back and say thank you for your concern? Did you fuck? You totally blanked me. Had somebody wrote to me and said, while you were out shopping yesterday, your daughter was flashing her fucking fanny in the car in the driveway, damn right I'd have said something to her, and I'd have written back and said thanks for letting me know. This is what people don't like about you, Lisa. We couldn't give a shit if you rearranged your face, if you put your nose on your arse. No one cares. If you bought every fucking lipstick in Wilmington, we don't fucking care. It's the lies and the double standards. And that fucking thin skin of yours. How dare you speak mean to me? Stop asking the questions mean. Grow the fuck up. You keep saying you're a grown woman. Try acting like one.
It's non-stop. I mean, it's unbelievable what they have done. What people...
And that's another thing. When has anyone done anything to Will? You said harassing the hell out of my children. Who has ever harassed Will? I'd love to know. Because I've been in the gossip bakery and I've never seen anybody do anything or say anything other than poor Will. Poor Will hasn't got a closet of his own. Poor Will's been stuck in his bedroom playing video games since the dawn of time. Does she even remember she has a son? Oops! Back to school crept up on me this year. I was too busy buying for myself and I forgot my child needed clothes and back to school stuff and a fucking winter coat. And you didn't know he needed a winter coat, no, because his closet was full of your shite. So you couldn't even see what he had. Don't sit there playing the fucking saint, Little Miss Innocent. People are so mean to me and they do horrible things to me. What do you do?
Grown women. What's scary is that to think that some of these women probably have children. So let me go down. So I'm checking my email. Okay.
Yeah, some of these women do have children. And they're not showing their coochie on the driveway.
And here's a comment. Thinking about you, Tracy. Thinking about you, sending my love. Thank you, Tracy. That means the world to me. Okay, so here I'm going down again.
Fuck's sake.
To build up your confidence, disappoint one Rachel. I forgot who said it, but to build up your confidence, disappoint one person every day. I swear it helps. I've watched you since you started making videos. This is gonna make me cry. In your kitchen, I can tell you've gained more confidence through the years. I have too. I've been a pleaser, but no more. I'm so over that. I don't come visit your videos to discuss politics or world affairs. I worry enough in real life about that. Me too. I come here to talk about fun stuff. Look, if you do anything to your face, I really don't care. You be you. No one really has a right to throw stones or judge. Of course they will, but that's really a reflection on their life, not yours. I'm still coming to visit you every Friday. Have a great evening. Thank you.
See? I said that in my last video. We come here to talk about fun stuff. We don't want to know about anything else. That's why it would have been absolutely pointless mentioning that she didn't talk about Texas on her Friday haul, because that's her answer to it. People come to me for fun stuff. She's only going to cry and like the Ask Kissy comments. They're all the same. Every single fucking YouTuber is exactly the same. If they're not having their ass kicked, they're having a kissed, rather, they're having a fucking paddy.
I have to hold back the tears. Thank you. And I agree. I just would never say. Okay. Debbie Ann, looking gorgeous, sweet girl. That's very sweet. I know you're trying to make me feel better. Carly Enslinger, she says, can't watch, with a sad face. I mean, if you can't watch, why in the world would you take time to leave a comment? What does that say about you, Carly Enslinger? What does that say about you? It doesn't say anything about me. It says that you are trying to be mean to me. You are kicking me when I'm down. Okay, the next one. Seems like I had a, Giselle says, wow, your nose looks great. It's amazing what a difference a little filler can make. Okay, it wasn't filler. I had a full-on, put you under rhinoplasty. It was minor rhinoplasty. I'll get the papers and tell you exactly. I had another name, but that's what he called it. Okay, for some reason I can't pull up the one. I had one that somebody said. Where is that one? Daggone, have I gotten that many emails since this morning? Oh, I bet this is it. Oh, Sahari Peter says, do what makes you happy, Lisa. It's your business and no one else's. Thank you. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was the same person. And what gets me is 9 times out of 10, there are people with they just created an account to insult me. I'm determined I'm finding that.
Let's see when she finds it. I bet it's fucking horrible. I bet we'd all be in a corner, wailing, sobbing because it was so mean.
Anyway, someone said something about my hips this morning. That what was I going to do about my hips? And here I am, a size 6. Either a 6 or an 8 or a medium. And another woman is taking her time to insult me about my hips. So, I mean, let this just be a lesson to all of us. I want you to think about whatever, not just me, anyone. Think about what your comment says about you. Think about what your comment says about your intentions. I will never forget watching an episode of Dr. Phil, and he said everything we do, everything we say, everything we do it for a response. You know, I do this video, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm wanting to, I'm doing it for a reason. You have a reason or a response. You don't do things for no reason, good or bad. So when you leave a message, you're doing it for a reason. You're wanting, now if your reason is you want to make me feel bad, if your reason is you want me to know I look bad, then, go ahead. If that's who you are. But I just want you to think about it. I just want you to think about, does your comment say you're petty? Does your comment say you're a smartass? Does the comment say you're insulting another woman? Does the comment say that you, like most of these that I've read, does your comment say that you're supportive? Does your comment say that you're a nice person who wants to make another woman feel better about herself? So just think about that. And, I just don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't know. I think a lot of you, I was talking to Tammy about it, and I was asking her, I can't understand. And again, we weren't talking about the flying monkey haters that come over from those hate websites and, dive bomb me with all these stupid comments. I mean, they're so stupid. They're ridiculous. But I'm talking about those.
Read us a few of them, why don't you? If they're so stupid. I've had people say things to me, and I've just said thank you. You don't have to scream and shout. You don't have to get in a paddy. You don't have to sulk. You don't have to cry because they don't love you and they're not kissing your ass. Reply to them. It takes the wind out of their sails. If their mission is to be nasty and kick you while you're down, it'll knock the wind out of their sails. And if they're just asking you a question, maybe answer the question. It's not too difficult.
Those of you who, I have corresponded with, and you say stuff to me that you're disappointed or something. I am a grown woman. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not in my 30s. I am 47 years old. For you to say that is just ridiculous. And for anyone to think that I owe them an explanation. I am an adult person. I don't owe anyone an explanation. Yes, my channel is on makeup and hair and whatever, and I have really made the mistake of telling too much. Anytime I tell too much, people use it against me. And it's just part of my personality. A lot of times you'll see how much my videos are edited. I will have to edit out like this whole long story that I told you about Will, or I told you about Brooke, or I told you about John. People want me to bring my mom on here. Are you kidding? Why in the world would I subject anyone else that I love to just constant criticism and, all the other stuff? I don't understand why other people can have their children on, or their husbands, and nobody, but for some reason I have been a target since day one.
Where's my little violin, people? They still haven't brought it back, whoever nicked it off me. Where's my little violin? Oh, it's so difficult for her, isn't it? Bless her.
And I really don't know why. I don't know why. But, and I don't know. I don't know why it could be, but I have been. People are harder on me. I'll go to somebody else's channel, and they have lip filler, and everybody's, oh, I love you. You're so classy. And I'm just like...
How do you know they haven't deleted all the comments that were kissing their ass? Anyone comes to your channel, that's all they see. Oh, Lisa, I love your makeup. Oh, Lisa, I love your lip combo. Oh, Lisa, I love this. We never see the horrible ones, do we? So why don't you put two and two together and realise that the classy lady's probably doing the same as you and deleting all the stuff she doesn't want to hear?
But I post a picture and lip filler. Like, have I ever hid that? I mean, is lip filler really that You know, is lip filler that rare? You know, am I the only one? Is a rhinoplasty, is that rare? Am I the only one that's ever had my nose done? You know, and I mean, just things like, I'm sure some people are not going to like my hair. I don't care. This is like the final straw. I will not do anything from now on for fear of criticism on this channel. I'm going to do whatever I want. If I want to have hair down to my butt and be 60 years old, I'll do it. If I want to wear, I've been thinking, oh gosh, you know, every person you see on TV, they have hair extensions, and they like Dorit on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love the way sometimes her hair is short, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's this. I'm like, why can't I do that? You know, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. If I want my hair, I mean, that's what gets me. I was thinking, I told John, I said, I want my hair to, you know, what do you think about me going darker with my hair? And, which I'll do a whole separate video on my hair because I've done it even dark. Anyway, I'll do a whole separate video on that. And, he was like, you know, go for it. And it was the first time he's ever said that. Most of the time he wants me to keep it blonde, but he said, go for it. And he ended up not liking it. Anyway, I'll go into all that later. But, so, you know, what was I going to say? Oh, and you know, I was stressed out about what everybody was going to say. I mean, I don't know why I would let that bother me. And I sat here and thought about it. And I'm watching videos. And as I'm watching videos, there's people with pink hair. There's people with shaved heads. There's people with ombre. There's people with, you know, I don't know. There are people in this world, boys that turn into girls, girls that turn into boys, people with blue hair, people with purple hair, people with mohawks. And for some reason, I am the one that is so far out of the norm. I mean, and I am the one who is accepting of all of that. I would never say anything mean to someone with pink hair. You know what I mean? It just is.
I'm accepting of all of that. What does that say about you, Lisa?
It baffles me. I'll never understand it. So what I thought I would do with this video is I would try to ask you to understand how I feel about what you're saying to me. And if what your comment says about you is that you want to make me feel bad and you want to be petty, smart ass, and you want me to feel that way, then that's fine. You're a grown woman and that's your prerogative. But if you care about me and you care about my feelings, then you would not kick me when I'm down.
Why do you keep saying that? I thought you loved your nose. You were riding your sky high. You love your nose. You didn't want anyone to interfere with your happy time. So stop saying kicking you when you're down. You weren't down and no one was kicking you. They just had comments.
You would not say things that you know are going to hurt my feelings. And so I guess that's what I wanted to say. I'm not going to apologize for not telling you on Friday. I think it's obvious I was going to tell you. I was not ready. When I made that video, I didn't really realize how obvious it was going to be because I had never done a video, and because my nose had been long, I was so used to wanting to look up. I had trained myself because I was self-conscious of my nose being longer. I knew that I looked better. I liked the way I looked when I looked up at the camera. Well, now when I look up, guess what? I have nostrils. And I think everybody does. And if you measure your nostrils, they may not be the same size. And my nose is swollen now. And so, you know, if you want to insult me about my nose, go right ahead. What does that say about you? That's what I want to get across. And so when I did that video, I didn't know. I mean, I just didn't know how I felt. And
when you did that video, you sat at the dining room table and you recorded it. And then what did you do, Lisa? You edited it. So you sat and watched the entire thing on your computer to edit it. You could see that your nose stood out like a sore thumb. So you could have inserted a card at the beginning or just recorded another little bit, or you could have binned it off and said, I'll wait until my nose looks better, or I'll refilm it and I won't look up. But you didn't. You put the video up thinking people were stupid and they wouldn't notice. And then when they did notice and they weren't like, oh wow, your nose looks amazing, you took offence. Child.
Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I was ready to do a video. I wanted to thank the people that had sent me things. I wanted to show you my new Jenny Bird stuff. I'm wearing her other earrings. I think these are in the loop. I love that collection. And I wanted to make a video, and I didn't feel like telling you yet. And the fact that you would get mad at me for that you would insult me, you would kick me when I'm down, you would, be that person. Don't say you're for women. Don't say you're for women, and don't say you're for to each his own. Don't say you don't want to be judged if you are going to treat me that way. I mean, that's just what I want to tell you. And I can say this because I have never, ever, ever left a mean comment on someone's video. Ever left a mean comment on someone's video. I would never do that. I would never, especially when it's like Tati, when she started selling vitamins. I could not believe the people being mean to her over vitamins. I couldn't believe it. I bought some. I bought some and I was going to put a picture on Instagram and I forgot to do it. I'll put it in here. But Brooke's been taking them. And Brooke already has beautiful hair, nails, and skin. But I got John to look at all of the ingredients, and he's like a vitamin expert. I'm telling you, he has, since before I met him, been Mr. Vitamin. And he said it had some really good vitamins, really good ingredients in there. And I sent her a message that I was thinking about her. And, I'm not friends with her, but I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe, as nice as Tati is, that girl, she could have made a fortune. She could have made a fortune selling crappy makeup. And instead she chose to do something she wanted to do. And people are mean to her about that. I don't get it. I never will, and I'm glad. I'm glad that my mind does not work that way. I'm glad that it doesn't even go. I mean, sometimes when people insult me, I'm like, oh my God, how did they even think about that? Who would even think about insulting my hands? Who would even think about insulting the towels in my bathroom? Who would think about insulting, I can't even tell you the things that people write to me. The things.
Yeah, some of that stuff is petty, pulling you apart about towels in the bathroom and whatever, but the majority of the comments on your last video was just saying what happened to your nose. And you've taken it and twisted it into something it never was. And then you've shown your true colours. You don't want anyone leaving a comment unless it's kissing your backside.
Things that people say to me, you would be astounded. You would be astounded at the things that they have done to my daughter, which Brooke is a provocateur. She is a little firecracker
who shows her hoochie on the driveway. What have people done to her? How could anybody do anything to Brooke unless she was being on Instagram and Facebook, not Facebook, what was it, MySpace, and all the other places showing her tits when you'd gone to bed of a night? Maybe that's why they were having a go at her. I actually wrote to you because I was concerned about something bad happening to her, but I didn't kiss your ass, so that's why you ignored me as well, I suppose.
And she can take it. She's pretty good at it. She hands it right back. And I try to teach her not to do that. But people, you know, they have been so mean to her. Grown women going to her Instagram and insulting her. And anyway, not going to get into that. So, okay, I'm going to end it here. God knows how long this video is going to be, and I will try to edit it down, and I will come back, and if you would nicely let me know if you have any questions down below. And oh gosh, I've talked so long my battery is going dead, and I don't know if that's ever happened to me before. But anyway, I am probably going to start blocking you, even if you're a person that has been with me a while. If you continue to insult me and continue, now that you know how I feel, then I am going to start blocking some people. I hate to do that. I even hate to block people. I mean, that is the truth.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to have a good day. John's playing golf, and I'm going to go get a salad. We've been eating like crazy. Yesterday, Brooke and I went to Red Lobster. And I know that's like a junky place, but we ate those biscuits. And so today I want a salad. And so I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
See what I mean about Bridget under the blankets? Bless her. She was always under blankets. Right, well, thanks for sticking with me to the end, if you did. Can't wait to see the comments. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.